Hello everyone, welcome back to another review. Today we have Murray Clutchburn from Cars 1. So let's get to it. First of all, here on the side you have the number 92. And of course this is actually back in 2019, let's just say. Back then I kept not all of them, but not even most of them. Just several of my favorite piston cup cars in a small white box. Back in 2019, and they were all super close together, and they would stick to each other a lot. And since I would just leave them there for several days or some time, I guess. Whenever I got them out, it would be hard because they would get all hot and they would even stick. The paint would start to get messed up. So that's kind of what happened right here. I once pulled them out, and then I pulled out the other two that were next to him. So that's kind of funny. Same here on this side. They're over by the two. I don't know how well you can see it. But anyways, let's ignore that actually happened. So like I said, you have the 92, you have that scratch or whatever paint damage on the side. Yeah, that was probably a mistake to keep all my cars there back in the day, but whatever. That's why whenever I put them in not my closet, I guess. I don't know, God, I forgot the word. On my shelf, yes. Whenever I put them on my shelf, I always keep a few millimeters in between each car, so that way if it gets too hot or something, the paint doesn't get scratched, or whenever I try to pull one out, it doesn't damage the paint of the other car. So yeah, that's a lot smarter in my opinion. That's why I started doing it, so that way I wouldn't damage all my favorite cars like this one. Here on the side you have the contingencies. You have the piston cup logo, you have nitroid, revolting oxygen, mood springs, vitally, no soul, gaskets, gas spring, easy idle, RPM, little tricky pistons, lip glass, retread, and clutch aid. And yes, I know all of them from memory. There we have sputter stop, cold engine relief. I know you can barely see it, although this is a China car, made in China. So details are slightly better than Thailand cars. There you have sputter stop again, cold engine relief on the hood. You have this, you have mostly white as the central color, and then on the edges you have this type of greenish blue kind of color, kind of like turquoise, I guess. And then you have some orange kind of separating the white from the green, turquoise, blue, whatever you want to call that color. Here you have the eyes. The eyes are brown. Yeah. Here on the side again, you have sputter stop, cold engine relief. You have the black tires. They look pretty old and dusty, as you can see. So that's why they look almost kind of gray or even white when you look at them from this side. And also because I have the light on. From my phone, I have the light on, so that's why it looks like that. You have again the 92, the exhaust pipes on both sides. You have piston cup, nitrate, mood spray, revolting, oxygen gain, no soul, vitaline, gaskets, gas spring, idle, RPM, little turkey pistons, lid glass, retread, and clutch aid. You have again the tires. They're old. I got this car back in February of 2017, so yeah, he's pretty old compared to most cars that I have nowadays. Especially piston cup cars, because I have Mater. I've had cars 2 Mater since 2011, of course. And I've had several random background cars that are maybe not even piston cup cars. I remember I didn't have a piston cup car until I had of course Well, besides the main ones like Lightning McQueen and the King, I didn't have one until 2016 in January when I got Chick Hicks. But like every other background car from the Piston Cup scenes, I like my first one I think was Aiken Axler just in like December of 2016. So these cars are pretty old. Plus, I've been getting a lot of like next gens on the past few months. This year I've gotten like the most cars I've ever gotten in my entire life. I really started to collect them. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like one of the things I actually like about this car is kind of like how about this model in general. I mean, sadly, this is the only car of this model that I have. Yeah. So, but like what I like about these cars from this model is the back window is usually the contrary color to whatever the head, I guess, whatever the main roof / window color is. Yeah, the roof, I mean, yeah. So in this case, because the roof is mainly white and then the kind of like the secondary or tertiary color is orange, they color the window orange. So that's awesome. That's what I like. It looks very old school, you know, this type of model. Like when you think about this model, you're like probably like, oh, that's like a NASCAR stock car from like the 1990s or something, maybe even the 1980s. Yeah, I think this is from the 1980s, based on a Chevrolet Monte Carlo from the 1980s, of course. 1980s. You have sputter stop again, cold engine relief, sputter stop 92, cold engine relief. You're catching cold in my draft, I think that's what it's supposed to say. Of course, like I said, this is a pretty old car, so it's kind of scratched, and the paint in general just feels weird. Like the texture just doesn't feel like metallic or anything like most of my other cars. Yeah, that just doesn't feel right. So for maybe back here. Okay, never mind. There you have those very nice old looking taillights, to say the least. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. It's a nice change of pace, I guess, from like a stocker like this from like Cars 3. That really shows how different they are. But anyways, there you have the window bars. I was about to say color bars, but there you have the colored window bars, which, I mean, they're white, but whatever. At least they're not just the plastic. But anyways. Oh, and here you have the typical what did I just say? The typical mouth for a car like this, of this model. Really nice. Like I said, sadly, this is the only car I have from this model. Oh, here's the bottom of the car if you want to see that. There's all the engine details and stuff. Looks really nice. Also looks quite different from the rest of the Cars 1 stock cars, and of course a lot different than the Cars 3 stock cars. And of course a lot different from the next gens. And of course a lot different than my custom paper next gens, I guess. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Yeah, my point here is that this is the only car that I have from this model. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you liked it. Hope you subscribe, turn on the notifications, and give this video a like if you liked it, of course. And I'll see you in the next one.